host, and we're here with educator Lawrence Pugh. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir? How you doing?
All right.
How you doing, sir?
Brother. So Lawrence, let's just jump right into it, man. Talk a little bit about your background.
Once again, my name is Lawrence Pugh. Thank you so much. I've been in education for about 20 years now. I didn't see myself becoming a teacher or educator. I didn't see myself finishing college. I came from a single family home with my mom with 3 brothers who struggled most of the time. And one day I had my first black male teacher, Mr. Gregory Butter, in 5th grade. And at that point in time, I knew I wanted to become a teacher.
Okay.
Or a football player, you know, all of us do. I realized when I got a Division III scholarship, I wasn't going pro. So I refocused myself into my books and my education. So I started teaching in 1999, December 5th. I finished school early. I wanted to walk in May. So PG County allowed me to start teaching as a provisional teacher from December 5th, 1999 to the end of the school year until I got my degree and walked across the stage. But I've been teaching. I taught 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, IoT, math, science coordinator, STEM coordinator. I did it all. And then finally, 4 years ago, I had the opportunity to become assistant principal in this county. It is a wonderful county, Prince George's County. And I love every minute of it so far.
So you sound like you know what you're doing a little bit. You've been around a little bit, huh?
Yes, I know what I'm doing, but in education, we know you never too old to learn anything new.
There you go.
So as I go, I learn from my students, learn from you, learn from my teachers. I learn as I go along.
All right. Talk about your family a little bit.
Oh, I'm blessed. I have a wonderful wife. We've been married for 18 years. We were married 2018 now. Yes, 18 years.
Okay, all right.
But
get it right.
Yes. But we've been dating 12 years prior. So we've been together a total of 29 years.
Wow. Okay.
So it's my soulmate. That's my life. She, you know, I wouldn't be who I am today without her. Her name is Nikisha. I love you.
All right, now.
Okay, Nikisha. Let him in the house.
Valentine's Day.
Let him in the house now. Let him in the house.
So, we have 3 wonderful, wonderful boys. I'm blessed with three smart, intelligent young men. Nicholas, who's 14, Zachary, who's 9, and Jaden, who's 7. And, you know, I'm busy as a father and as a husband, but I love my family, and they mean the world to me.
Okay, all right. So, talk about your education, your credentials.
Okay, like I said, I've been teaching for almost 20 years, so I have a master's degree in supervision administration. I taught mathematics for my last 8 to 10 years of teaching. I'm certified to be a principal, to be assistant principal, to run a school. I know math, but also I know elementary education as well. So I can do self-contained classrooms. Self-contained means I'm able to teach all the subject matters from K through 6, if I choose to, if I want to, if I go back. I went to my schooling myself. I went to private school growing up.
Okay.
So one thing I always gave back to my students and my parents when I taught. So I know the difference between private school and public school. There's not much difference. But so for those parents, I provided them a private school, quote unquote, education in public school.
Okay.
There's no such thing, but it's the expectations of the teacher and the expectations of the school with the parents through the students. So that's what I gave to my kids growing up. I went to Capital University for a year, but then I finished at Bowie State University.
Okay. All right, and that's where you got your undergrad.
If I got my undergrad and my master's.
Okay.
I love Bowie State so much when they after and before.
I can dig it. So you're an administrator at Gatewood Elementary.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
At Gatewood Elementary, is that a Title I school?
Yes, it is a Title I school.
Can you tell the viewers what does Title I mean?
Oh yes, we receive extra funds for our students because they academic issues and academic gaps in the community, gaps between the highest achieving student, between the lowest achieving student. So we receive gaps to help close those gaps of achievement between our students. So we get additional funds, additional resources for our kids and our staff. I went in a Title I school before, prior to this, but I left leaving middle school. It wasn't a Title I school. Coming back to it, there's a lot of great things going on with Title I schools. It provides us with actually adult support with students. Like we do double guided reading in our school because of Title I. If Title wasn't there, we wouldn't be able to do double guided reading. And what does that mean? That means instead of a student's getting one guided reading group every day, they get 2 every day instead of 1. Wow. So it's doubled inside the classrooms. Okay. So those kids that really need additional support, we're able to provide those students additional support. In our 4 years, our data has been growing steadily, increasing over the 4 years we've been there.
Okay. And the Title I, does that include technology?
Oh, we have a special, let me give a shout out to my principal, Mr. Damian Goins, who fought for that. We are one of a few schools in this county. It's a 1-to-1 school, which means every child in our building has a technology, either iPad, iPad mini, laptop, what have you. So we have 546 kids. So we have 546 some devices for our kids.
I'm going to shave so I can re-enter the education system.
However, they're not allowed to go home.
Okay.
They only be used for instruction use inside the classroom through our teachers. Okay. So that's a big support, pushing the technology, especially with testing, even going on today with testing. All that testing is electronically. So our kids get used to those devices and able to do research, do instructional strategies, do that, grow and learn through technology. That only enhances the instructional practices of our teachers.
Okay. So can you talk a little bit about, since we talk about technology, just about social media? We know that it can have a lot of negative aspects, but what are some strategies that people can use to deter students from using it?
One strategy is give them useful ways to use technology in a meaningful way, in a positive way. Social media is not a bad thing. It's how you use the media that makes it bad. In our building, you teach kids how to research projects compared to when we were in school, studying on encyclopedias of that nature. How to Google, how to look up things for the appropriate settings. Giving kids those look for's, what not to look for, what not to click on, what not to touch, and being able to speak to adults that's a present for them in their lives. So some strategy is always give them useful information. 2, teach them the tools of how to use the technology in the correct way. Also, social media can be a positive thing for those kids who want to do things, entrepreneurs, who want to get their businesses out there, who want to build something, who want to share something. Because like now, I can't get off the top of my head, but there have been many kids who became famous or made millions and millions of dollars through social media. So you don't want to shut down the whole thing for all the kids. Sure. It's just those type of kids, they need extra support and monitoring. Needs to be watching more useful for those.
Okay. Wow, that's good information. Can you tell me, being a former math teacher, can you speak to the importance of having a solid foundation in math?
Oh, what? Yes. For all the reading people up there, a couple years. So, math is in everything you do. You can't think of anything. I always question my kids or pose a question to my kids. I give you all the money in my pocket. You can find one thing, and this really have nothing to do with math or involves math. Math is important. It teaches you so much how to compete, how you have to come to the exact answer. In reading and writing, you can talk around the answer and get points. In math, you just give it to me straight. And so with math, it's so important in everything we do that you have to know the concepts, concrete to abstract, how to see things in a different light, how you're going to attack problems in many different ways to solve a problem, like how you can conflict resolution. It might be more than one way to come to a resolution, but how you look at how you see things. Math is in everything we do. So I think math is one of the most important content areas. Even though kids have to be able to read and comprehend, I do think that's important. But math is just as important as reading and comprehending. Because math gives you those type of people, the left brain thinkers who see things differently. They might not can't read, but they can do some math and put things together because that deductive reasoning they have within them. I know I'm doing a lot of educational words that you all, but you're okay. You can look it up. Internet.
All right, man. We about to wrap up, man. But I want to ask you a quick question. We know that you're also, in addition to being an assistant principal, you're also you coach basketball.
Central Falcons. Yes.
Okay. All right. Can you tell the athletes where the best ball players are found?
In PG County, in Prince George's County.
That's right.
Prince George's County, back then he was growing up probably D.C., New York, but right now, Prince George's County is a hotbed for athletes.
That's right.
We have so much talent in this area, it's hard to compete on a daily basis because kids are really growing up every day, better themselves, and getting themselves trained and tutored for basketball and football. You know, you have to think about in the top 10, literally this year we had 3 schools from this area in the top 10 in the country. That says a lot about this area.
About the program.
And so, yes, those are private schools, but our public schools just can compete just as well. Like the Wises, they can really compete. And Roosevelt's, they can compete. And I'm gonna say Central, you know, because that's where I'm at.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So I think Prince George's County, we amongst the country, we one of the best.
Okay. All right.
One of the best with kids who can play basketball or athletic and our prowess. But I also want to say, and most of our kids in that area, they also value education with athletics. And so that's one thing you don't see as prevalent as we did back then. But these kids now, they value education. And some of them understand, I'm going to use this basketball, this football, this baseball as a vehicle to get my education, my college degree. So, and I think that's one good thing about our coaches in this area. They really stress that and push that with our kids about the classroom and learning how to compete in everyday world.
Look, man, it's been wonderful having you. We hope that you'll come back because you provide some very valuable information, not just for vital and valuable, not just for our listener audience, but for me as a parent.
Right.
And as a school teacher.
Right.
I'm soaking in some things that you're saying.
Are you a school teacher?
Yeah, man, I've been teaching school forever.
Right.
It's been forever. Oh my God. But anyway, man, it's been a pleasure having you, and thank you so much for being on our show. We're getting ready to go.
For more information on how to become a guest on Real Talk with Phillip Carter, or for general inquiries, please email us at realtalkwithphillipcarter@yahoo.com. Tune in next Monday for another edition of Real Talk with Phillip Carter.